Welcome back, everybody. Today we're back with another reaction. Today we're reacting to another Mr. Who's the Boss video. Can take transform my body in a month. I don't know. Let's see. Like, share, subscribe. See what's happening.
Last week, I got the greatest message ever. Do you want to play in the Sidemen charity football match? My favorite sport to play in the largest stadium in the country with the biggest online audience of any charity sports event ever and millions raised for great causes. Oh my god, yes. The only issue is
Who
I
would not
look
want
like
to?
this. This is my current body. No
You.
alterations, no clenching. And this is about how good I am at football. But you know the motto? Say yes, then learn how to do it later. I would love to play. Right, now I just need to completely transform my weight, my health, and my football skills before April
Yo.
18th, the day of the match. So because we're trying to make such a massive change in not a massive amount of time, we need to address every single key health metric all at once. The first being I'm overweight. I just got a full body DEXA scan done, which is pretty crazy because it shows you in crystal clear detail how much of you is lean muscle in red and then how much is fat. And I'm not in love with the report that came with that because it confirms the
Yo.
obvious that I do have slightly too much fat. It's saying over here that I'm
Well,
64th out of an average 100 people, but it's also made me realize
yeah,
that
but
I
you're
have
not
way
that
too
bad.
much visceral fat, the hidden fat around your organs, which is particularly nasty. I'm 79th out of 100. I hate health checks. The good news, though, is losing extra weight is pretty much as simple as this equation. Calories taken in through food and drink, so for me right now, this is 2,500 a day, minus the calories I burn. So that's both what my body burns naturally, just by being alive, 1,800, and any extra that I'm able to shed by moving around and exercising, a meager 400 right now. So that leaves us with a 300
About right.
calorie surplus. I'm eating more than I'm using, so my body is storing that
Yes.
excess mostly as fat. So how can I actually change
That's.
this in a way that isn't just
Wait. I think I missed the video. Him being a tech channel, I did not expect him to explain calories this well. This is exactly how calories work, and even uh, people in the fitness influence type zone on Instagram or even YouTube would not have explained it better than him. It's actually that easy. Actually, explained it pretty well. Um, as you can see, he's eating about 2,500 calories. He uses 2,200 a day, and he's having about 300 calories left that are surplus. So basically, he right now is gaining weight, but if he drops to 2,200, he will stagnate. He would maintain the same weight. And if he drops to 2,000, basically he loses weight. That's how simple it is, and that's how easy it is. I don't expect you to explain it so well. It's so easy.
calorie surplus? I'm eating more than I'm using, so my body is storing that excess mostly as fat. So how can I actually change this in a way that isn't just spend half my life in the gym? I think I've realized I've made it an
You don't have.
involuntary habit to consistently clench to try and hide the belly. So to up the number of calories
No, you don't have to spend your life in the gym. You just have to watch out what you eat. 90% of the work is in the kitchen, not on the gym floor.
burned, my desk chair is gone. It's replaced by two things. This wellness ball that I bought from Technogym, which is pretty great for me because I'm
It's
a
good for
born fiddler.
posture.
And this lets me fiddle, but in a way that's keeping my body moving and my core active. Then, the best under-desk elliptical that I've ever used.
It's not that good for core. I know what he's talking about, but it's not that good for that. Instead, I know this from a friend who's a chiropractor, or the one that pops bone. That ball is great for posture, not really for core. Not that useful for that. But instead, if you have poor posture, like you stay hunch every time, it can help you stay straight. But you will not be able to stay long on that. Your back is gonna start hurting real soon. After an hour, your back gonna start hurting, so you cannot stay that there for long.
the QB Go, which I love because it basically feels like a footrest, but one that I naturally end up pedaling anyway
Eh,
without even thinking about it. Now, I
more
gotta stress,
more of a
this
gimmick.
kind of stuff is far from a full solution to my problem. Even if I use both of these for a few hours every day, it's only going to burn an extra roughly 200 calories. So none of this is better
Not
than
even
going
that.
to the gym. But the goal of this is just to burn enough calories while I work so that by the time I finish work, the amount that I need to tackle in the gym is actually achievable. Essentially, the plan is to burn an additional 400 calories from focused exercise per day compared to what I used to. And that extra
Or
will
eat
be a
less.
combination of football practice, which as you've seen, I'm going to need plenty of, some strength training in between to make sure I don't waste away. But the most important tool in my entire arsenal is the incline walk. Walking at an incline on a treadmill honestly feels like a hack. It burns calories shockingly fast, while being low intensity enough that you can also just do something while it's happening, like play a game on your phone or watch a bit of TV, and it's actually relaxing. And you need that.
And yes, kinda. Yeah, walking in an incline, it actually burns a lot of calories. It actually helps you a lot. But that's not the essential. That's not where you make the difference. The difference is in the kitchen and how you cook your food and what you eat. That should be a priority, not the amount of time you work out. What he's doing now is he's trying to eat the same, but mitigating by working out more, which is not really a solution. It's more like, I don't know, kind of a trying to speed run a game, but the game is not speed runnable. The slow thing. Losing weight, it's a slow process which takes time. And I don't know if what he's explaining right now is actually good for people.
You have to build in some things that you look forward to. And then finally, but most importantly, I also got to reduce how many calories I take in from 2,500 to 2,100, leaving us with a total calorie deficit of 700 every day.
That's actually a pretty massive calorie deficit. That's a lot. Yeah, I would not recommend this. No. Maybe he's doing this because he's trying to push the limit for his charity match event. But to normal people, I do not recommend this at all. I think a 300 calorie deficit is all you need. That is gonna get you where you need to be. You don't have to do this because how should I say this? It's kind of putting your body into a worried shape. How should I say this? Basically, like signal your body with a bunch of red alarms that hey, something is wrong, and that's not good because there's nothing wrong. You're just not eating enough. You are burning way too much calories. Don't need to do this. This is extreme. This is actually a lot of calories that's on the table, which is not a good thing.
Okay, I want to do this so badly because if I can keep this up, my entire body composition will completely change by the time it comes to my follow-up DEXA appointment, which I'll have done just before the big game itself. But I'll keep you updated on Instagram in the meantime with progress. And then to keep track of everything, I'm using the creatively named Calorie Counter app. I just love the fact that it lays out that exact equation I've been talking about, factoring in how many calories you're consuming, what your body burns by itself, and then what you're burning with exercise and movement, leaving you with the bottom figure, which is exactly how much.
Yeah, this is good. They do have an error margin. Like if you calculate your calorie deficit on those apps, you can kind of have a, let's say, 100 calories error. But they are good. They can keep track of your macros, of your calories that you eat through the day. They're good.
The deficit you're in, and that the app updates the calories burned as you're doing things using the tracking on the Apple Watch. I would say Apple slightly overestimates, but you can just factor that in.
Do not ever trust a smart device with how many calories you burn in the gym or through the day. They offer you a kind of, how should I say this? A speculated number, which is not even close to the real number of calories you burn. You don't actually burn that much calories in a workout. And to burn 700 calories in a workout, it's actually a lot of work. You have to spend several hours in the gym type of work.
Time for sleep. Not like that. It's like 11 a.m. I feel like the most incredible, but also terrifying part of this health journey is that every single section of health that I'm trying to tackle, they're all linked, which means if I can get them all right, they will compound each other for an even better result. But if one starts to go wrong, it will drag.
He is actually right. I usually have a lot of problem with my sleep schedule. I am trying to kind of repair it right now, but it's actually really important for you to have the biggest development when it comes to the gym, working out, losing weight, all that type of stuff. Everything has to be interconnected, and sleep actually is one of the most important thing. One of the most, because that's the time where your body regenerates and your body makes up for the work that you put in the gym. When it's try to repair everything, well, actually muscle growth is happening because your cells are repairing in that time that you shredded during the workout. And that's, if you don't sleep at least 8 hours a day, you should try to make close to 8 hours a day and try not to stay that long into the night. I usually stay a bit late. I fall asleep around 1 or 2 in the morning, but I sleep 8 hours. I wake up at 10. So that kind of makes up for it. But that's not an excuse. You should try to, at the latest, get to bed by 11. Woke up in the morning. You'll have a lot more of the day available to you, a lot more sun available to you, and you'll find yourself more productive. Trust me, I had it happen to me, and you actually get a hell of a lot more productive.
The others. Last year was the first time that I started consistently snoring in my sleep pretty badly. And weight gain is one of the most common explanations for that. It makes my sleep less restful, it wakes Trisha up, who then wakes me up, all leading to an average sleep score last month of 76 out of 100, which is not good, especially considering that a lot of these apps inflate that figure to just make you feel better. So here's the game plan to get that number up. First, 3 gadgets. And to be honest, each one of these is a bit of a wild card. First is the Wooja mat, which you place onto your bed, and it's meant to use vibration in a way that stimulates circulation and relaxation. They say this is
don't know
absolutely
about this.
transformational to how restful your sleep is. We'll see about that. The Elamind headband, which is the first to be clinically shown to fix the other side of the sleep equation, helping people fall asleep faster using precise acoustic stimulation. People are raving about this thing online. The only thing I can say right now is just, it's very squishy. I could see it being very comfy in bed. And then the final one is a gadget that sounds really counterintuitive, but this is actually the thing that I am most intrigued by. So I found these glasses online by a company called Luminet, and they blast you with light, like the literal opposite of sunglasses. Ooh. It's surprisingly out of your way. Like, I very much feel like I can carry on doing what I'm doing while it's on. It's actually a pretty well-established thing that one way to fix your sleep cycle is to focus on exposing yourself to lots of light early in the morning. That way your body fully wakes up at the start of the day,
Yes.
so that when you're starting to wind down and getting ready to sleep, it's...
Instead of that, open a window, go outside for half an hour, take a walk, or if you're not a morning person, just drink your coffee by the window, or if you have a house, drink your coffee outside. That will make a lot of a fuck ton a lot more difference than using that thing, which is bullshit. That's bullshit. That's white light. That's not actually, how should I say this? This is my personal opinion, but I do not think that all type of lights actually help you. That bright white light, I don't think it helps you that much. I think more of a kind of yellowish light which you get from the... Have you guys seen the sun in the morning? That yellow dew, that sunrise, that wakes you up a fuck ton a lot more than this, which is a gimmick. Don't do this. I tried all. I suffer for a long time of a lot of problem when it comes to sleeping. I think I am not diagnosed. I don't know, but I have a lot of insomnia problems. It usually used to take me about 4 or 5 hours fall asleep. And I tried a lot of stuff. What actually helps me, it's limiting my phone usage. I used to spend a lot of time on my phone. I put a lock on the apps. I reduce my time by half on the phone. I usually woke up early. I put alarms to wake myself earlier. If you tend to fall asleep later into the night, waking up early would actually help you because it will kind of force your body to shut down earlier. So instead of, let's say you tend to, let's take my case. Let's say you fall asleep at 2 in the morning and you tend to sleep till noon. You'll find that if you wake up at 10, you start to get into a rhythm where you usually woke up at 10. And then if you need sleep, a lot more sleep than usual, you'll fall asleep earlier. Like if you are exhausted after a long day where you did a lot of stuff, you'll fall asleep maybe at 12 at midnight and spend a lot more hours sleeping, and you will wake up eventually at 10, which is your usual hour of waking up, or even earlier, which is great, waking up at 8, which would be an amazing thing to do because I think waking up at 8 is a lot better than waking up at 10. I'm trying to actually get myself to wake up earlier and earlier right now because I'm following into this rhythm of waking up earlier and earlier, but I'm not very aggressive with it. Right now, I'm trying to wake up at 9:30. I'm working, but I'm a bit sleepy, which is not that great. I think I blabber a lot because I think we are recording for 18-20 minutes and we are just 5 minutes into the video. So let's continue with this.
Completely tired. Now, most people, myself included, don't do this. We spend the first few hours of our day in fairly dim indoor conditions, which means we don't hit our peak level of alertness till later, and therefore we don't tire till later. So the whole idea of these glasses is really just to bring forward these timings so that when it comes to bedtime, you are less alert and more ready for sleep. So that's the tech.
Like I
But
said,
one thing
go
I
outside for half an hour
It's just
after
a
you
drop
wake up.
test. It's just a drop test. So one thing, if you're not getting completely optimal sleep, I would recommend you do is just see a doctor. I found one who's a specialist in everything I suffer with. He stuck his big, long camera up my nose and immediately found inflammation because I have like 17 allergies. So he's given me a spray to take that down. And then also from a blood test, he found that I have a pretty significant iron deficiency, which he's saying is the most likely cause for all the restlessness that I get. It's just really good to fix these fundamentals before you start worrying about your fancy
Yes, that's
Tron
actually
style
could be a factor.
monobrow glasses. Tronobrow? I got a wedge pillow. My dad, who's almost definitely at this point where I inherit my snoring genes from, he swears by this. He carries one of these everywhere he goes because it lifts the entire upper half of your body, which reduces the pressure on your airways. So it's likely to be a good short-term fix to stop the snoring until I've lost the weight. And then the last thing,
Kind
which
of,
is
yeah.
by far the least fun,
That would
I need to stop
help you a bit.
snacking late from the cupboard
I don't know how
of
great
doom
a
that we have in our
sleep you'll
cinema
get
room.
with that.
I can have the snack. It's just better to have the snack during the day and then just cold turkey quit eating at 7 p.m. because anything after that will mean my body is actively digesting while I sleep instead of maximizing restfulness. So let's see how close to 100 out of 100 I can get on my sleep score if I stick to all this. So that's the weight, that's the sleep under
He's
control.
right.
But I do
but
also
I-
need to get fit. In my entire life,
He's right. You should not eat, let's say, 4 hours before you sleep. You should stop eating. Let's say, I don't know if, let's say in my case, if I fall asleep at 2 in the morning, I should not eat past 10. You should actually not eat past 7 or 8, but that's another discussion.
I have never been able to sprint more than about 30 seconds. I am out of breath walking up the stairs. So to say that I am not prepared for Wembley Stadium would be about the understatement of the century. Now, the best way to measure fitness is something called a VO2 max test, which essentially quantifies how much oxygen that your body can use while exercising. That might sound niche, It's not. VO2 max is actually pretty widely considered to be one of the best indicators for how long you're going to live. So you can imagine I wasn't ecstatic to find myself firmly in the fair category, just above poor. There's two things that can specifically help to address this though.
Oh,
One
that's
is
not
interval
good.
training, so bursts of sprinting with quick breaks in between. I say as I've just taken a seat. It's not just a way to get more calories, because interval training, it trains your heart to actually get more oxygen to your muscles, and it trains your muscles to be able to use that oxygen better. Now, I'm also not made of time, so I think the best way for me to get these sprints in is just the last 8 minutes of my nice, easy, fun incline walks. The second thing, though, is this guy, the AeroFit Elite. This is something you keep around your mouth and it basically makes it harder to breathe. It forces you to be able to work with less so that when you have a normal amount, you feel like a superhuman. And it's a clever little thing. You can see it measuring the air going in and out of your lungs in real time and then using it to track your progress. So just like the DEXA scan, I'm gonna retest my VO2 at the end of this transformation, and I pray to God that it's better than fair. But it's the lifestyle changes that I think will add rocket fuel to this journey.
Drink
Stuff
water.
like this, the Spottle. I have searched for years for the perfect water bottle, and I think I found it. It's a glass bottle, which makes it feel cleaner than plastic, but then with silicone on the outside, so it doesn't thud when you put it down. To drink, you can either sip with the straw or chug with the nozzle. And, in case you hadn't noticed, the thing is 2 liters, with the measurements actually marked out on it. So it gives me a sort of
By the way, if you see the ads, we drink 2 liters of water every day. Those are for average people. I have discovered this late. I am way taller than the average guy, so I should probably drink a lot more water than the average guy. So actually, 2 liters for me is not doing it. Not enough. I should probably drink about 3. People should spread awareness of this because I did not know 2 liters of water is not enough for me.
real-life progress bar. If I can top this up each morning and just have it finished by the time I sleep, alongside the water that I'll naturally end up having and other things, I know that I've had all the water I need to have to keep my body performing optimally. And it should also help keep me a little fuller so I eat less. Just realized I am killing it today. Every few days I've also been treating myself by emptying one of these electrolyte sachets in there. These ones from Element are the best that I've found. They make the taste much less boring and they're quite clean. The only sweetener is a bit of stevia. The hardest thing though that I'm going to need to address
That's
is
not
stress.
actually a treat
Stress
that's
is such a
helping you
significant factor in health
recover.
that if I don't get it under
Electrolytes
control,
are
it
good.
could single-handedly just kill this entire run. Stress leads to bad sleep, whether you have a wedge pillow or not. Stress triggers the fight or flight response, which makes you
Yes.
crave energy-dense, unhealthy things like candy. And it can stop you losing weight or gaining muscle, even if you're eating everything right, because it's reallocating your body's resources towards short-term survival. And that's scary because I get stressed a lot. I'm someone who really likes things to go to plan, and filming YouTube videos is a complex, messy process that, let's just say, very rarely does.
Oh,
So there's 3 things I'm going to try. A is just a complete rework of my calendar. Just giving myself more time to get the same things done so that I'm not constantly rushing to finish the next thing.
try to get your heavy stuff done during the morning. If you're like him and you have a lot of problem getting stuff done or trying to finish all your work, try to get all your heavy stuff during the morning. Let's say that you are at work and you have a heavy project that is due to finish. Try to first do that project. That should be the. I think this is actually a lot better for companies to do. Companies should optimize for this, and they should give you the heaviest workload in the morning, right when you are coming to work. So by the time you leave work, you are relaxed. You have finished all your work. You are good to go home. You can go home and relax. You don't have that fight or flight instinct still in your brain after work.
Fast and getting worked up when that doesn't happen. B is kind of the flip side of this, gratitudes. I'll give 3 things that I'm grateful for to dress
have
up my
lost my
wife.
phone.
She'll give 3 things to me. And this is something that currently we're only doing when we get particularly stressed. And it really helps because it refocuses your brain on all the amazing things that no doubt are happening in your life. But I'm curious to see how much difference this will make if we just do it every day. And then finally, for stress, of course, it's me. There's a gadget for that. I've only just started using this
Magnesium. If you have a lot of stress, take magnesium. It will help you a lot. Not that bullshit.
face mask, but I think I'm going to absolutely love it. Because you just stick it on your face and turn it on, and it treats you with red light, which is de-aging.
I have a hobby. Paint figurines, collect coins, play a game that you like. That mm, that could be worst. Do not play a game that gives you rage. Which by that I mean do not play League of Legends, because I have a friend that's his game of relaxing, and he gets angrier by playing it. Don't do that. Play a game which you enjoy, which keeps you stress free, not actually giving you more stress.
Blue light, which is good for skin clarity, and then while that's happening, it does a light massage. And that combination of feeling good because of the massage, while also feeling like you're doing good for yourself with all the lights, all in this really comfy package that's USB-C rechargeable and keeps your eyes out of it so you can carry on watching TV, is, I think, a potential game changer for the evening wind-down routine.
Read
The
a
only
book.
thing left to do then is to gain some ball knowledge. Here are my current stats. I have never in my life watched a football game from start to finish, and out of 30 shots at goal,
Yo.
I managed to score 18. If that sounds impressive, bear in mind there was no goalkeeper. I was only 8 meters away, and I nearly decked myself in the process. So I booked a coach. 3 times a week I'm going to train football,
Not that
which
bad.
should also help a little with the fitness equation. And then I should also start watching some games for strategy. But thankfully, that fits very neatly into my time incline walking on the treadmill. So, I'm filming this video on January 18th, 3 months before the match, which is on April 18th, which means by the time you're seeing this video, I am well into the transformation and I have basically 1 month to go. I'm scared. I'm very scared. I've never done anything like this.
You should
but
be.
What an opportunity. Let's get to work.
Wow. I wish him the best of luck. I do not know if it will work. Maybe he should change some stuff for his routine. Some stuff. Get rid of some tech, man. Tech is not that good all the time, and there's no need for everything to have a tech gimmick that will help you. There is just not. Yeah, but yeah, that was me. That was my reaction to this video. I think I stretched the video long enough by half by